So I came across this video on the Ledru 3-minute interview show about the Trudeau government opening the floodgates on immigration. As a result, we have a huge number of so-called Canadians who have no interest in taking part in our nation. Indians fighting turf wars in Canada, people praying in the streets, and the Chinese government running police stations on Canadian soil. Also, many low-paying businesses only exist because of the temporary foreign worker program. I think that's a problem. If they won't hire Canadians, then let these small businesses be replaced by businesses that will hire Canadians. We've become a battleground for foreign nations.
Do you agree with me that most people say there's something wrong with the way our society is developing?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And 60% in one of your studies say that's because people don't want to integrate anymore. They want to stay and have their tribal wars.
Yeah, most Canadians seem to think that not only do newcomers not adopt Canadian values, but that the government don't seem to have any effort, they don't seem to make any effort to enforce assimilation or to impress Canadian values on people.
And is that a change? Because we've all, for the last 50 years, multiculturalism. We don't want everybody to be steamrolled. But is there a difference between multiculturalism and not being Canadian at all?
I think that the key difference is that the numbers of newcomers are much higher now. You could argue that in the latter half of the 20th century, it didn't really make a huge difference because we weren't seeing the gigantic numbers that were brought in during the Trudeau years. In the Harper era and a little bit before that, the numbers were hovering around 200,000 a year. And when I say 200,000, I mean permanent residents a year. The target for permanent residents went up to nearly 500,000 under Trudeau. And on top of that, there was a huge influx of temporary foreign workers, and we're talking into the millions.
We have 5 million people, and the government doesn't know who they are, where they are.
That's also true. Now, some of that number is accounted for by people holding multiple visas, which only complicates the problem. Many of those temporary work permits are meant to be expiring. The clue is in the name. They're supposed to be temporary. But what we are now hearing is that many of those
temporary, yeah.
Indeed, they don't intend to be temporary. They're pursuing, whatever avenues they can to stay.
So we understand the government screwed it up in the last 10 years.
They did.
Quickly, how do we get it fixed?
We need to refocus on high skill, high wage immigration. That's number one. Number two, the temporary foreign worker program has to go.